Hi everyone, this is Emily Leiphart from Art from the Heart. Welcome to our next Too Many Cards video. Your Next Stamp is our generous sponsor, and we're featuring the super fun and adorable cat bookmark die set and animal bookmark add-on die set, as well as the Heartfelt Sentiments stamp set. These dies are so versatile, and I can't get over all the cute and funny animals you can make with them. This is the cat bookmark die set. The body of the cat and all the other animals serves as a bookmark, and you can also use this as a tag or a little note card, as I'll show you later in this video. You can see the embossing on the paws. It comes with the cat face and the pieces for the ears, stripes, snout, and bow. You can customize all these parts on the body to come up with your own unique cat design. If you wanted to get more creative and have a variety of animals to choose from, then you can also purchase the Animal Bookmark Add-on Die Set. This set comes with 4 distinct animals, including a panda with a heart, a bear with a little bow, and this bow is smaller than the one that comes with the cat, so it can be a bow tie or a hair bow, a puppy with 2 bones, and a bunny with a carrot. This set also comes with a super long tail that can be customized for any of the animals. I think the tail is most perfect with the original cat, but it would also be perfect at half length for the puppy, and you can also use just the tip for little round tails on the bear, panda, and bunny. Even though the faces are specific, you can also mix and match parts, as I'll show you momentarily. There's a guide on the Your Next Stamp website showing you how to assemble all of the animals, and I love that the pieces for each of the faces come together as a single die so there's no confusion. Plus, that makes it easy to keep all your dies together, and there's little chance of losing one of the pieces. The final set we're using is a stamp set called Heartfelt Sentiments. I love the combination of fonts on these, and the words are very positive and uplifting. They make great encouragement cards, perfect for your standard cards, lunchbox note cards, and even tags. I just wanted to quickly show you how I organized the dies after snipping them apart. I arranged the 2 sets on 2 different magnetic sheets and labeled each of the faces so I could easily tell which pieces corresponded with each animal, and in the case where I used one piece from one animal, I can easily reference it. You can also mix and match the faces, and I did a lot of mixing and matching with my animals in this video. All of the faces are different, which allows you to get really creative and add the right amount of personality to your animals. Between the 2 die sets, there are a total of 5 faces. 3 faces with round noses in different sizes, and 2 faces with whiskers. There are also 2 shapes of snouts. Before I started my projects, I want to show you our 2 Miniso bunnies that inspired my bookmarks. I'm not sure if you've heard of the Miniso brand or shopped at any of their stores, but they're most well known for the We Bare Bears line of merchandise and popular TV show. Now that I'm mentioning the We Bare Bears, I'm going to have to make 3 bookmarks in the form of a panda, grizzly bear, and polar bear to represent them. Miniso stuffies are ridiculously cute, super soft, and affordable, and we go crazy for them. We found these bunnies while on vacation in Vancouver and couldn't resist. Their faces alone make us laugh, and we have so much fun with them. To create the bookmarks, I've die cut the bodies using cardstock in colors similar to the stuffed bunnies. I've also cut out the insides of the ears in a creamy color, and I'm going to use the face from the panda since it most closely resembles our stuffed bunnies. I'm also going to use the snout from the bear's face since our bunnies have a creamy snout. This is one of the ways I'm customizing my bookmark by mixing and matching different parts from the other animals. I've also die cut a black bookmark to make the face pop. Isn't she cute? I have a specific color theme in mind, so the carrots are in non-traditional colors. I die cut the carrot in 2 colors so I could layer them. I snip off the greens from the edible section so I can adhere the 2 pieces together. If you wanted the carrot to be more realistic, you could score some lines into it. I'm tucking this carrot under one of the paws on the brown bunny and adding the large bow from the cat set to the gray bunny. They make the cutest pair, don't they? Now it's time to assemble the bookmarks. I start by attaching the snout to the face and then the inside of the ears. The reason why I'm not gluing the cream-colored pieces right at the base is because I need to glue the base behind the body, and part of it will be covered. I want to show as much of the cream-colored piece as possible. To get the ears on evenly, I center the bookmark on my grid mat and use the lines to gauge spacing before applying glue and attaching the ears. Then I apply glue on the base, being careful not to apply glue around the face area, and adhere the top piece. I use an acrylic block to hold the pieces flat while the glue dries, and I assemble the second bunny. While the bookmarks are drying, I glue the carrot pieces together and die cut 2 more bunnies for the card that I'll be making. This time I'm using the die from the bunny face and no snout. Isn't it crazy cute with the carrot in its teeth? I love that the die cut area for the mouth is just big enough to hold the carrot. It almost looks as if it has protruding teeth. Since the ears on our brown bunny flop down, I thought it would be super cute to use one of the floppy ears from the dog's face on the bunny. The other bunny will be holding a heart, which I'll pop up with foam tape on the card. Since you've already seen me assemble the first two bunnies, I'll skip that part for the second set of bunnies that are going on the card. While the second set of bunnies are drying, I'll adhere the carrot and bow to the bookmarks. After deciding the position of the carrot where I can still raise the arms to use it as a bookmark, I'm going to carefully place micro glue dots to hold the carrot in place under the bunny's left paw and on top of the right paw. That way, the carrot and the paw lift up together to grab the page, and here's how it looks. Aren't they just the cutest? Who wouldn't want to have a bunch of these bookmarks lying around? If you or your children love referencing pages, you could have more than one bookmark in each book. Now I'm quickly going to show you how you can turn these bookmarks into tags or note cards for gift giving and lunch boxes. Simply die cut another bookmark, or you can partially die cut the bookmark so it doesn't have the arms cut out of it. Here's how. If you're using a big shot, you can either use the on the edge dies or a broken plate. What you want is a plate without a beveled edge, since it's hard to tell exactly where the cutting will stop with the beveled edge. The beveled edge of a regular cutting plate still puts a bit of pressure on the die, and that tends to make some kind of impression, even if it's not a full cut. The fewer marks on the cardstock, the better. I'm just going to flip sides here since I want the plate to feed in first, and I tend to feed my plate from left to right. Even though I often die cut in both directions, it's less confusing for me when doing partial die cutting. Now my die will only cut the section where the plate covers, and it'll stop right before it gets to the front paws. This means I'll be rotating the die and cutting 4 times. It's a bit of a pain, but worth the effort, and once you get the hang of it, it's very quick and easy. Remember that I'm avoiding the paws because I want to have that area inside to write a little note. I rotate the die 180 degrees and die cut the top of the die. Then I die cut both the sides. Look how fabulous it is, as if there was another base die without the cutout paws. The next step is to score the top of the shape so it can fold nicely and easily once it's adhered to the back of the bookmark. I'm not actually going to attach it to this particular bookmark, but if I were to, I'd definitely use score tape. This is what it would look like, and it really could be both a tag or note card and a bookmark. These would definitely make a great gift, and I think I might have to make these for my son to give out at Easter. To create my card, I've trimmed 3 pieces of cardstock to create a background for the bunnies. You can do this using your paper trimmer and either your scissors or generic shapes. Since the bunnies are fairly big on a standard A2 card, they don't leave much room for a longer sentiment, so I'm going to use either Celebrating You or You Inspire Me, stamped vertically next to the brown bunny. I do love that these bunnies are big enough to make a great, clean and simple card. After placing all the pieces in my MISTI stamping tool, I decide that the sentiment will run across all 3 layers of cardstock, so I'll be stamping it 3 times to get a crisp impression. I make sure all elements are centered, leaving the same amount of space on the right side and left sides of the card. I stamp the sentiment on the base panel first, then place a piece of acetate before stamping the next layer, and so forth. The acetate protects the previously stamped layer so it doesn't get darker and darker. I could have actually removed the second piece instead of tucking it behind the acetate, but it doesn't matter. Next time I'll do that so it's less lumpy. I use a tape runner to adhere all the pieces together and attach the panel to the card base. I always have my cards opening from the right side so they stand nicely. Any cards that open from the bottom tend to soften up at the spine and flop down over time. The last few steps involve attaching the bunnies to the card. I use micro glue dots and foam tape to attach the heart to the brown bunny and the floppy ear on the gray bunny. I also place a bit of foam tape underneath the front paws so they stay popped up when I attach the bunnies to the card base using my tape runner. To make sure that the bunnies are at the same height, I use my design ruler as a guide. These bunnies look great as they are, but since our stuffed bunnies have white details in their eyes, I thought I'd add that. My white gel pen was dried up, so I had to use a Prismacolor white pencil, which works just as well. I just made sure it was very sharp so I could get all of the circles the same size and shape. I wanted to do one more thing to accentuate the paws. There are embossed lines, but I wanted to make them more noticeable, so I'm using a Copic multiliner and design ruler to draw little black lines along those embossed lines. I use a post-it note to make sure I don't accidentally make a mark on other areas of the bunny or card base. Now my projects are done. Here are the 2 bookmarks. Aren't they adorable? I just love the customized bunnies with the snout and panda face. They still look like bunnies, but there are bunnies, so that makes them extra special. I know my son will freak out when he sees them. And here's the inspiration card with a floppy-eared bunny. I just love the bits of dimension on this card, with the popped-up heart, ear, paws, and even the little teeth holding the carrot. I just love this card so much that the only person I can give it to is my son, so it stays in the house. Even the bunnies are pleased. I hope you enjoyed this installment of Too Many Cards featuring Your Next Stamp. Be sure to leave a comment here and on Kaylin's YouTube video for your chance to win all 3 of the sets we used. Your Next Stamp has generously provided everyone with a discount coupon for their shop. Comments will close on March 8th, 2019, and the winner will be announced before our next Too Many Cards videos go live. Thanks so much for watching.